So let's start. So yesterday we talked playbook and we written a test playbook. It's let's see. I think test.yml is the playbook. So this is the playbook. This is a very sample playbook. I mean, so usually we define few things in playbooks. Of course, we'll see those in detail today. But as of yesterday, what we have discussed is we define where to run the host, obviously, and what to run. Same thing, whatever ad hoc commands we have, simply we use we do the same in playbook. Now we'll see the structure of playbook, how it looks like. So usually playbook and store parts. Let's open notepad. So so first is like of course uh, you know host, where to run. I mean this name, forget about it. It just you can remove this. It does not really matter. Just a name to identify. So first is host.
Bro, your voice are
Is it not clear?
echoing, not clear.
Hmm,
No, bro.
that should be okay. Is it Is it same for everyone? Is it okay now? Is it better?
Yes, bro. Yeah, better
Something
now.
it's not selected. I don't know why, but yeah, that's okay. So hope it should be better. Shall I continue? So yeah, so I was telling
Yes,
about the structure of playbook, how it looks like. So let's see that first. The first thing obviously host. So we have the host, right? Let's see where to run. Next is obviously tasks. What to run, what to do. So this is what we have seen so far. And of course there are few more things. One something is called handler, and something is called var variables. Of course, instead of defining everything like direct values, you can define them as variables and you can use that. So we'll see today how to or add a variables and what is the handlers, what does that mean, what it is do, and few more things. The common practices that we do in playbooks. Of course, I'm using my mobile network, so please bear with me. It is Geo, so obviously it will be slow. Hmm. Mm-hmm. See? Okay. Okay. Finally. So let me just copy it again. So now I want to add a variables. Where to add before the task. After the host is done, you can simply just come here under host implement directly. Var. How to add var? Of course, the values will be inside it. Maybe let's say the value will be package underscore name. Always keep like this because there is no is equal to in ML. So the variables must end with colon. Even if you see in Kubernetes ML file or Helm chart, we never use is equal to. Correct? You may ask why we are using is equal to here. This is the module. This is how we are differentiating. This is just an arguments which it is reading. So it's not really uh, you know ML. This is ML. So like this, you have to give variable. If it is string, you have to give in quotes. If it is integer, so just give a number. Maybe let's say port 80. It's fine. So like this, you can define and you have to use it. Maybe let's write few more things. Dest slash etc slash nginx. Sorry. So like this. So now package name I want to use it here. You know how to use it is simple. Just pkg intended. That's it. Hope you remember this. We used the same thing in Helm charts. We defined in values.yml file and we used that in our template. So this is how we use the variable. Same way here also. A port we are not using anywhere obviously. You can remove this. So dest we are using some maybe here. Simply dest. That's it. So now these values will be fetched from variables. So let's try this. Let's try vi test. Now let's see whether it will work or not. Ansible playbook hyphen sorry playbook name hyphen syntax hyphen check. So it's good. Let's run it. Going on installing nginx. If it is installing means it worked. How would I know? Because in the install task only we gave the variable type from here. So it means it took the value from here. Obviously it is installed. So like that. Let's try the another package name. Like you can try anything, no problem. So now it should be the state should be changed. We know why because the package name is changed. So it has to install. But I think it should fail. It should fail. Let's see. HTTPD. No, this is Ubuntu, right? Apache 2. I just changed the package name, not the task name. I mean the description is same. I didn't change this. I mean or this. Just this package name which is being used here. I changed it. Let's see. It's installed. See changed because I changed the package name. I mean like that you can use the variables. I just meant to show you. Got it? Is it clear?
Yeah.
That's about the VARs. That's how we use VARs. So like this, you have covered host, VARs, and tasks. Next is something called handlers. What is this handler? So let's see that. So let's say you want to run a task with Ansible, obviously, and you want to run the task only if, let's say, mm, if something is changed. Let's say that there is a file, some text file. If the file is changed, then restart the service. If the file is changed, execute this command. Or if the file is changed, delete the file, something, or update the file, anything, any task. You want to do some task, it depends on some other task, depends on the status of the other task. So these kind of scenarios we can use handlers. The handlers are, I mean, no special actually. Handlers are nothing but tasks. So you define task here, right? What is the task? To do something, obviously, correct? This thing, this thing, this thing. It will do something. Handlers are also similar thing. We'll define like this. Let's write the handler. Let me show you. Handler is also similar. Same thing. I'll just simply copy here. Maybe I'll paste it. Restart Nginx. I'll just keep restart Nginx. Restart. That's it. If you observe, nothing changed between the task and handler. But what is the difference? The only difference here is these tasks. You might observe by now, each and every task will run every time whenever you run a playbook, correct? Even though it's not required because let's say Nginx is already installed, but still it runs. because it does not care about whether it is present or not. It does not care about whether if it is exist or not, or whether it's not exist only it should install. These kind of things it does not know. When you execute a playbook, by default task will get executed, whether it can be state changed or state not changed, nothing. It does not matter really. So by default task will run. But sometimes you might get a scenario as I mentioned, right? You want to do some task only if some other task is done. Let's say as an example here, you want to restart the Nginx, maybe one if the content in the copy is changed, if the files are copied, or if this task state is changed. When the task state will be changed, when you update some data, obviously, correct? So we can run handlers only when some other task state is changed. So we can like a dependency we can add here. Like let's say this task or anything. Let's say this task is there. Simply I'll write. First let's write without it. Let's see whether handler will work or not. VI test. So handler won't run now. Let's try. Sorry, I gave wrong. Mhm. Oh, my bad. Handlers I gave to syntax error, right? Correct. No, it should be under like this, same as task. So it's similar to task. Let's try. So obviously it's installing, see, executing the task, but it's obviously throwing some error because of some package error. The package name is Apache 2, not HTTPD. That also will check later. But for now, let's see about handlers. See, it's installing, even though it's already present, these two, but still it's executed. Obviously, this will download every time because that state will be changed. Obviously, the copy is okay because data is same in remote and host, remote and source. But if you see, where is the handler here? We define the handler, right? But nothing. See, have you observed the handler here? Copy Nginx files. This was the last task in the task section, and there are no handlers. But what is the point of handlers? As I told you, when some task state is changed, you can trigger a handler. If the state is not changed, Ansible won't run the handler by default. So task will run every time, but handler will execute only if the change, only if there is a change in the task where it's not attached to. Now simply I'll write in this task notify restart Nginx. If you observe, I'm using the same name here, restart Nginx, restart Nginx. Now what happens is, if this is if this task is changed, let's say for some reason, maybe I copied the data. I mean, there is the latest data or latest file has been updated with some new changes. This will notify this thing. This is called handler. It will come to handler and handler will check. Okay, there is a handler which need to be executed when this changes. Then this handler will get executed. Let's try now again. Still, it won't work. You know why? Because we'll update the playbook, but we didn't update uh, the source. I mean, what is the task? The task change has to be for the start task status has to be changed, correct? So unless we update the content in the file, whatever it is copying, it won't run. Obviously, my bad again, handler. I think it should be correct. Another error will come as HTTPD. See, still it won't run. I told you, right? We have linked the handler to this task. If the task status is changed, then only handler will run. Otherwise, if it is okay, means it's all there. No need to do anything. So why need to trigger the handler? So if the status of this is changed, then the handler will run whatever the name based on the name. So now let's what we're doing here, copying something. So let's change, update the Docker file. Let's update something, whatever the blah 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 something. It does not really matter. Now let's see. The task is changed, and based on that, the handler will run. See, see running handler. See now. So you got it now. So this
Yeah.
handler, it's similar to task. Just like it's similar to what you run with a task. Just in something, anything can be anything, no matter what. But the only difference is this will not run every time whenever you run a playbook. So this will run only when one task is changed, and based on the task, it will notify the handler, which depends on our configuration. Now let's run again. The task status is okay because data is updated. The handler won't run. See, there is no handler now. So like that. So like that, we can use the handler. So that's what handlers are about. Is it clear? I mean, any doubts so far? That's how the structure looks like. That's how this is the basic structure of
Yes.
Ansible playbook. So whatever you write, it will be here in this any of these categories. So is it clear? Any questions so far? We haven't come finished yet. Any questions so far?
So in order to stop the playbook, then we need to update the state in the
Sorry,
YAML
what was
file,
it?
right? For the each task. So suppose in order to stop the playbook, so we need to update the stage for the state for the each task, right?
I mean, what you want to update? I mean, I didn't get it.
So no, I mean in order to stop the playbook, so we execute test YAML, right?
Why you want to stop the playbook? That's the question.
No, no, I was just asking actually if you want to like uh, uh, I'm running a certain task, so I want to stop the
There is no
certain task
control key. I mean, we haven't. I'll tell you that
to
also.
make
Don't
some.
worry. We haven't gone that one yet. There is. I mean, let's say now we have maybe five to four tasks, and you want to stop only this task from running. Is it correct? And you want to continue running the other task.
Yeah, right,
That will come. Don't worry.
right.
That will come in this class only. So we'll go there slowly. Don't worry. So for now, is it clear about this structure? Where host, where task, and handlers.
Yeah,
Now let's go to some another topic called loops. Loops are nothing but no, sorry, what is it? Looping through multiple lists, and trying to execute them. It's just like in any other programming language, looping concept. So here also we have loops in Ansible. When to use loops? It's simple scenario. Let's say you are repeating the same task. Maybe let's say install Ansible is there. Let's remove this var for now. It's not required. Maybe channel is also not required. We'll use it, but for now, yeah, it's okay, not required. So I'll just trying to show you the looping concept. This, why to confuse this? Let's remove this. So I want to first thing is I want to install Nginx. Okay, I am installing Nginx. In the same server, I want to install wget. This is one of the command. Wget. Let's say I want to install same, maybe instead of wget, maybe any other. hmm Something. Let's say curl. So I'm trying to install multiple packages, but same command. I mean apt install it, something like that. Obviously. So it's just like we are executing the same task, but separately, separate task, but same thing, right? I mean same command. Instead of that, can we have something called loop to run a task multiple times with the different values? I mean that's the definition of loop. I mean if you want to run something as a task, anything with multiple times with the different values each time. So I want to run the same task, apt install, but every time I'm passing a different value, apt install Nginx, I'm passing apt install wget, apt install curl. Instead of separate statements like this, we can pass in a single statement by using the loops. How to do that? Simply remove all these things. Let's have only one task. In the name, just remove the name because we have multiple things, right? So item, just define item like this. Come here, just like this with items. You can define simply like this. Nginx. So Nginx curl, let's say like this. Now what happens is this will, I mean, it will try to install apt install. It will try to execute apt install. But what is the package name? It will pick from here, like one by one. apt install this one, apt install this one, apt install this one. So like this looping will work. General, it is general looping. I mean, it's not a special thing. So just like how every other, what is that? Programming language looping will be there. So similarly here also we are using that. Let's run. Obviously failed. What is it? Ah, okay, got it. The syntax maybe. Let's check the syntax. There is no syntax error. Maybe let's remove the quotes and try. Let's try. Yes, sorry. Syntax will be obviously correct. Why the double quotes, single quote is taking? Mhm. Invalid format. Nginx. Sorry, not this. With items, okay, it should be correct. Hyphen space, item, yes. Name, yes. Then what's wrong? Hmm. Maybe somewhere I'm missing the quotes, I guess. Somewhere. Where I'm missing the quotes. Where? Quote should be fine. Oh, sorry. This. Come on, man. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Come on, what I can do? Come on, yeah, now it's clear. So your code should be fine like this. So yeah, that should be fine. Mm-hmm. Let's try. Okay, same. Maybe let's try a different one. Maybe in the new version, just keep a loop. Let's see. Invalid format engine still say. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Something rapidity, something item. Now let's try to remove this. Let's try. Malformed. Why it is taking the codes for God's sake, man? Let's open the document. Ansible loop. Awesome. Well, no. No, see. Same thing. See where is still some issue. I don't know why. Same thing. See, we are using let's say this one. Maybe let's try in this format. Maybe is equal to won't supported anymore. Blah, blah, maybe. Let's try like let's try where is it? Yes. apt instead of is equal to just we add in a new line. That's it. Sorry. Now let's try maybe with codes. I believe it's a syntax error with this one, but yeah, let's see. See, it's installing item 1, item 2, item 3. See, of course, they are already installed. But yeah, if you see, it is going through looping. So what we have added, each and every one, same command, it's looping through each and every command. You can write 100 items like this, it will loop through that. So that's how generally we use the looping everywhere, even in the documentation. See, you can loop like this list of packages. See, like this, which we have added. See, you can give a key and name also. So what happens is the user, like we have two things here. One is name value, another is group value related to the same loop. So it will use these things. So we can able to loop to n number of values in playbook. Now there is one more thing. Sorry, that's about looping. Let's see about a condition. Let's see conditions. What are conditions here? Let's simply change it. Let's see if this works or not. I mean, I didn't do any change. Just only one change is instead of m, I just kept sorry. Instead of apt, I just kept m. I just want to try. Of course, I know it's an Ubuntu machine. apm won't work, but let's see what error it will throw. No, why? Yeah. Test, yes. Obviously, it will fail. Yum is not there. Package manager is APT. Of course, because it's an Ubuntu machine, so Debian flavors are APT, not Yum. Yum for only for CentOS. But I don't know, right? Let's say I have 10 nodes or hundreds Ansible nodes. I don't know which one is Ubuntu, which one is CentOS, but how to differentiate between them? Simply, you can add a condition. Let's say I want to install Nginx only in Ubuntu, let's say. So let's change this task simply. Now I'll add a condition using when condition. What is the condition? If you know OS is Ubuntu, then execute this task. If it is OS is different, don't execute this one like that. So how does it Ansible knows whether the OS is Ubuntu or OS is CentOS or not? You remember I told you yesterday there is something called gather facts. This will fetch the information. Ansible will fetch the information, each and everything about the node. So that gather facts will have the OS name also, OS family also which it belongs to. So there is a variable called Ansible underscore OS underscore family Debian. If the node, whatever the slave is there, if the OS family belongs to Debian, obviously Ubuntu belongs to Debian. It will execute this task. If it is not, if it is maybe something else, it won't run. Let's try that. It will work now because obviously it's Ubuntu. See. Now let's change the condition. If it is Red Hat instead of Ubuntu, so now what happens is if the OS, no, the node OS is Red Hat, then only this task will run. Otherwise, it won't run. Obviously, this should not run now. Correct? Let's see. Did it run? It skipped. How do you know I skipped? See here. It skipped. Let's try again. No worries. Is it Red Hat correct? Let me just try. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. It won't run. It's already there. Sorry. It's a different OS. If you like, let's say write something here, maybe write another task to install something or to anything, just any task, let's say create a file. So based on that, based on your operating system, you can add any condition. Let's say, how do I know this? Because I've seen it earlier where gather facts is fetching the OS family also. Maybe you can have based on the version, and sorry, OS version also, maybe 16 or 20 something. If it is Red Hat 20, I mean, as an example, if it is Ubuntu 20, so execute this. If it is not Ubuntu 20, don't execute. So based on the when condition, you can able to add it. So that's how you add the conditions. So is it clear? I mean how to add a condition. I meant to say. So is it clear so far? Any doubts?
So
Sorry,
can you
sir.
repeat about condition? Can you repeat that one last part condition you
I mean,
said?
why? What is the purpose of condition?
No, something you said right?
Yeah,
That
depends on
condition
like what condition you
writing.
can will add. So if the condition is matching, then it will perform the task. If the condition is not matching, it won't perform obviously. So how do I know this condition? Let me just undo it. Just I forgot to copy it. My bad. Just a minute. It'll be fine. So what I'm saying is this condition you can add from anywhere. Like gather facts. I mean this from Ansible OS underscore I mean family. This variable is present in the gather facts. When Ansible fetches the information by default, right? So this variable present in the OS family and version present in the this one gather fact. So from there I figure it out. Okay, I can use this condition. I can write it. Not just family, you can use the version also. As I told, like let's say Ansible OS version. If it is 16, execute execute the task. If it is not 16, ignore it. If it is 20, execute it. If it is not 20, ignore it. So like that, you can add any condition. So based on that, it will perform the task. And of course, the whatever the condition you added, Ansible should know about that obviously. Let's say I add a condition like when name is equal to test. Simply I add that the name is equal to test. But where is the name is equal to test value? It has to be somewhere, right? It can be in variables, it can be somewhere system information. Somewhere the value should be present. Then Ansible can read it obviously because Ansible is reading the whole information about the server using gather facts. So if it is part of the system variables or env variables, whatever you give here, it can read it and based on the condition, it can do something. So like that. So that's how we can able to add a condition. Got it? So is it out clear? Sorry.
Yeah, bro. Yes.
So let's go one more. I know these are you know I may be covering too many things, but these are very small topics I just want to cover just for Playbook. We'll continue Playbook tomorrow. Don't worry again. So now earlier someone asked me the doubt. Hey, I have 4 tasks. I want to skip this one, maybe this one, let's say, or I want to run only this task, skip remaining all other things. How the hell do I need to do that? So by default, directly you can't do that. It's not possible. But there is a way in Ansible. The way is by using the tags, tags. Tags are nothing but we just assign some tag to the every task, and we can ignore the tags. We can run the tag specific tag. So like that, let me assign a tag, maybe tags nginx one, just example. Tags nginx two, just anything you can give anything. Tags URL tags, so maybe Docker something. So you can give anything like this. Now what happens is we can run a specific task based on these tags, or we can ignore specific tasks based on the tags. Simply let's copy it. Let's try that. Blah 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 blah. Simply I'll run the playbook for the first time. Obviously it will run everything. Correct. You got it? It will run everything obviously. Now my scenario is I want to run only maybe URL. I just want to run this URL task. Remaining all can be skipped. It, remaining all 3 tasks they can skip it. I don't want that. I want to run only URL task. Simply for this command hyphen tag. What is the tag of the URL? I think URL. What is the tag of the task? Yeah, URL. Simply give the tag name. Enter. Let's see. See, it's downloading only. Sorry, it's executing only the one task. Gather facts is common. So unless you keep it facts false. But see, it's only executing one task. Remaining all are ignored. Let's say you want to ignore only one task. Maybe this task you want to ignore. Start Nginx. Remaining you want to run. Simply, If on tax is you want run. Ignore tax, give the name. So it will just ignore a specific task. Oh, ignore task is not there. There's something. Skip tax. Sorry, my bad. It's been long back. Skip tax. So it will skip this Nginx to task whatever the tag is assigned to. So installing Nginx, obviously, copy it, download it something, but it skipped start the Nginx. Correct? Why? Because we told skip that task which has this tag Nginx to. See, it has this tag. So Pradeep, now is it clear how to skip specific tags or how to run specific tags? Cool.
Yes.
That's how we usually do it. Got it? So we just seen loops, conditions, tags, and what else today? Handlers maybe. Yeah, handlers and that. So
Variables.
tomorrow we'll continue few more things about playbook. Tomorrow we have I think Vars we covered. We have something called what is it? I forgot. Some delegations are there. Error handling in playbooks. So these two will continue tomorrow. Maybe 7 o'clock a.m. tomorrow. It should be fine for me. If I'm not logged in at 7, please call me immediately. I'll be in a meeting. I'll try to join. Okay. I know it's for me also too late at 9:30, but I can't do anything. Too many meetings. So, but yeah, tomorrow 7 a.m. Okay. Don't wait unnecessarily for 10 or 15 minutes. If I don't join, please call
Okay.
me directly. All right. So do practice, and
Okay.
tomorrow we'll meet with few more playbook concepts. I mean, playbook is one concept. Within that, maybe the instructions I would say, maybe some commands that how we use it. Got it? So yeah,
Got it.
that's it. Let's close it for today then. Have a good night. Bye bye all.